Hey, Kevin here, top 100 financial advisor, two-time author, one-time bestseller. And we got to talk about the scam. This scam has popped up again. It actually popped up a few weeks ago, and well, actually several weeks ago. I actually recorded a video on that. But now they are rebranding, and this is what scams do. They have a scheme, usually a triangular or pyramid scheme, as what most of us like to call. They'll rebrand it. They'll call it a blessing loom. They'll rebrand it. They'll call it a sou-sou, which is not true. They'll rebrand it and call it building Black Wall Street and rebrand it and call it an investment. None of that's true. So I want to break down what a real sou-sou is and how it works so that you know what's real and what's fake. And I want to show you how this scam really works and what you need to be concerned about. Now, in the background, this is buildingbread.com/free class where I teach you how to actually invest and actually build wealth in a legal way that doesn't require you to scam or finesse other people. So feel free to sign up for that class. It's 100% free. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Now, you should be able to see in the background, this is the Facebook page. I do videos almost every day, Monday through Friday. You can see here that I broke down what that Cash App game was 13 weeks ago. And it is the exact same thing that is coming up right now. But then now they're calling it a blessing loom. Some people say that, once you get into the middle, that you're in the water, that you're going to get baptized. That's not cool because that's not how that works either. And they're calling this a sou-sou, and that is not what a sou-sou is. Let's first break down what a sou-sou really is and how that works. Now, I've already kind of pre-drawn a chart here. And what a sou-sou is, the history of it, is it started, depending on who you ask, it started in Africa. Some people say it started in the Caribbean. And essentially, it's like a community banking tool where we come together, a closed circle, emphasis on the word closed. The circle does not grow. It does not change. If you are the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in here, it stays at 6. You don't recruit. It doesn't grow. You stay with those 6 people. And for some, this lasts for years and years and years. Others, maybe it's just a year. But again, here's how it works. Everyone puts in their money every single month. So we got John put in $100. Then you got Cub. These are family members. Put in 100. Kenny, me, my wife, and then my mom. So everyone puts in $100 every single month. So now, in let's just say January, it's John who gets out $600. Essentially, it's really 5 because you take out the 5 that he put in, but John in all gets $600. Everybody put in, John gets the money first. He's not the only one that gets money. So it's January, then we do February, March, April, May, and June. Then guess what? Everybody, including John, puts their money right back into it, and then Cub gets $600. Do it again next month, and it's Kenny, and so on and so on. And that's it. That's how sou-sou works. Now, I would argue that it's not necessarily beneficial because if you are mom, or my mom in this case, my mom put in $100 every single month from January to June. She now has a $600. So she put in $600 and she got out $600. That's not really beneficial for her. Even for John, yes, John gets his $600 first, but he's still putting money from now or from January all the way through June. So he still put in $600 and got out $600. So but that's how sou-sou works. It is not a scam. It is perfectly legal. It is perfectly fine. And again, communities could do this because they need to pull their resources together, and maybe, John goes off and buys a store or a gas station or whatever. If it's, if it's large amounts of money, maybe he gets a down payment, maybe he buys a car, and then that car can then help Cub. Cub uses the money and does something else. And you could really have a domino effect of people really doing some amazing things if the amounts are a bit bigger. But it is one way to get your family together to save, to build a communal habit, to really kind of strengthen the community to a degree. Now, there is a risk. The risk is, well, what happens if Kenny loses his job? What happens then? Now, me, my wife, and my mom aren't going to have that money or the same amount. Or do we make up for it? Do we kick the person out of the family? Like, what do you do about that? So there is a risk to it. But as you can see, this is sustainable. If everyone keeps their job and everyone puts in $100 every month, this can go on forever and ever and ever and ever. And whatever you actually put in, you actually get out. There's nothing wrong with a sou-sou. However, people are calling scams sou-sous to make you think that it is okay to do. So let's break down the scam. Again, the scam and the sou-sou are two completely different things. So this is a drawing of what this looks like. And again, as you can see, it's a scam. Now, people will call this a blessing loom. People will call it, building back Black Wall Street. People will call it a sou-sou. And again, it is not a sou-sou. And what this is essentially the scammer in this is Ryan. So Ryan says, I have created this thing. Sometimes even preachers do this, which is really messed up. But essentially, I'm a trusted community figure. I'm starting this thing, and all I need to do is get either two people to give me money, or I need to get two people in on this with me. But essentially, all I need Ashley and Ryan. Y'all go find two more people to send me $100. So they get Bridget and Sarah. I need Kanan. You go find me two more people to send me $100. Boom and boom. And essentially what they're going to do is they're going to give all their money to Ryan. Ryan leaves. Ryan ups and leaves. Ryan put in $0. He's going to get like $1,600. Ryan leaves, and then Ashley comes in the circle, and everybody else, y'all go recruit two more people. Ashley gets her money. Ashley leaves. Kanan moves into the middle, or they move into the water, is what some people say. Y'all recruit two more people. He gets the money, and then he leaves. And essentially, everybody's going to get their turn to be in the water. Everybody's going to get their turn to get cashed out. Everyone's going to get their turn to get their money, essentially. But here's the problem. It actually can't work. It actually never works. So for Kanan to get his money, to all of his money, you would need, let's see, 1, 2, and these are just spots, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Make sure I got all the spots. So, all right, so Ryan, let's say if they did $100. Ryan gets $1,400 every time he starts this scam. And the thing is, if you're Ryan, you can start as many as you want by doing nothing. So I can say, look, I've started this. I've already paid my money to no one knows who, right? And I'm starting this thing. I need two people. You two people get two people. It just expands and expands and expands and expands. So if I do one, guess what? I get $1,400. I put nothing in. And I go start another one. I get another $1,400. And then I go start another one. I get another $1,400. And Ryan's good because Ryan started this scam. He didn't put any money in. It's Ashley, it's Kanan, it's Destiny, it's Ryan W., it's Chelsea, who has to keep recruiting to get themselves into the water, into the middle to get their $1,400. Now, the other problem with this is not an investment. You don't own anything. You do not own anything. When I buy into the stock market, I own a share, even though it's tiny, tiny, tiny. I still own a portion of Apple. I own a portion of Walmart or whatever stock that you're thinking about. That's real ownership. You own a property, you clearly know that you own the land, that you own the rental property, whatever it is. This, you don't own anything. It's almost like gambling. You don't own anything there either, except this is illegal, and gambling, depending on how you do it, either is or isn't. Again, depending on how you do it, lotto tickets, so on and so forth. But again, here's a bigger problem though. Other than the fact that you scam somebody, and yes, people post screenshots all the time. And yes, there's going to be someone who makes money. There are people who make money illegally all the time. Yes, it happens. That doesn't make it right. There's people who sold drugs. Yeah, they made money. That don't make it right. Okay, so people, well, I made money. Cool, you scam somebody. How does it feel to be a scammer, right? So here's the problem though. And here's the problem that scammers, whether you did this or not, or other people trying to trick you into it, here's a question they cannot answer. How is it sustainable? So we go right over here. Round one, you need 8 people. You need 8 people to get everybody, to get the first dude cashed out. So you need 8 people round one. By round 3, you're going to need a new 8 people, right? Because those are people on the outside. So you need brand new 8 people every single time. So at that point, you're going to need 512 people by round 3. By round 7, we're talking about the entire population of Houston. That's nearly 2 million people. 2 million people by round 7. So everybody in that original, that outside, hasn't even gotten paid yet, and you hit 8 million people. That's a problem. That's already a problem. By round 8, you've hit the entire population of Tokyo. That's close to 12 million people. And then by round 10, you've hit 10 billion people. That's not sustainable. You don't know 1 billion people. You might not even know 512. But at the end of the day, you don't know a billion people for everyone to get that $1,400. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. And it never actually works. This is how pyramid schemes get people. It's the people who get in first and get out first are the ones who get money and the ones who are the best at scamming. And if you notice, every time that this pops up, it's always always around stimulus check time. It's always around tax return time. It's always around the holidays because that's when scammers like to operate. When they know you need extra money, when they know they need something from you, that's when they pop up. And they never actually explain the entire thing. So even if the big difference between the two is, are you recruiting? Do you need more people for this to work? And are you putting in a little and getting a whole lot out? So even if you're Ashley, just erase all of this. Even if you're Ashley and you put in $100, you're gonna get 1,400 out as long as everybody else puts in and gets 2 extra people to continue their circle. Guess what? At some point, you're gonna run out of people. Period. And here, this is a sou-sou. I only need these people, and what I get in exactly what I get out. If I'm owning a real stock, it's transparent. I can verify that, and I can invest and grow my money over time. So this right here, this it's a scam. It's a scam now. It's a scam later. It's going to be a scam 10 years from now. It doesn't matter what you name it, what you rebrand it, how you draw it. It is a pyramid scheme. It is illegal, and you ain't even paying taxes on it. So these are all the problems with it. And people will say, well, it's not, it's a wheel. They'll call it a wheel too. Again, blessing loan, all types of stuff, a gift giving, whatever that mess is. It's still a scam. It doesn't matter how you draw it, what color you make it. It is still illegal and it's still a scam. And it's most importantly not an investment and it is not a sou-sou. So stop. All right. So I wanted to let you guys know that and really help protect you in times like this because I know times can be difficult. I know it's confusing to understand your money sometimes, but I don't want you to A, go to jail, but B, I don't want you to scam somebody and make your money off the back of somebody else who just wasn't smart enough to really sit here and realize what's going on. So no, it is not a sou-sou. Sou-sous are completely different. We just covered those. Investing in the stock market and other things are completely different. Also, don't give your money to somebody else to invest unless they have licenses and they are an actual financial advisor and a financial professional. Don't get no face. Nobody's going to DM you to invest your money. I'm going to tell you that now. It don't happen. All right. That's not how you make money in the stock market either. If you want to learn how to actually make money that is legal and sustainable and verifiable, feel free, sign up for the course. The course is 100% free. I'll leave the link in the description above or below or wherever you may be watching this. But it's buildingbread.com/free class. Again, sou-sous are fine, but don't fall for the scam that disguises itself like a sou-sou. It happens every time. Congress right now on July 27, 2020, are discussing releasing a different stimulus check. We'll see what that amount is. All of a sudden, guess what's happening? Another scam coming up. Come Christmas time, this exact same thing in a different shape or form is going to come up. The last stimulus check, the last tax return time 2021 is going to come up again. So be careful. And anytime that you hear that you need to recruit people and there is no product and there is no ownership in any of that, that's not where you want to be. That's not where you want to be at all. All right. So again, sign up for the class where you can learn how to make legitimate money in a legitimate way and grow and verify all these things. I got all the receipts. My name is Kevin Matthews II, top 100 financial advisor, 2-time author, 1-time bestseller, and I've managed over $140 million that you can verify. All right. So check out the course for free. So, because I don't want you to fall for the scam. So I'm at least going to offer you a solution for a way to actually do something instead of just, sitting and yell at you. All right, so that's it for me. Share the video. Please share the video because it's going to come up. And when it comes up in your timeline as a memory again, share it again. All right, I'll see y'all later.